Now we're going to learn how to multiply by two-digit numbers. We're going to look at examples where we multiply without carrying and examples where we multiply with carrying. Now when we want to do some multiplication, we're going to always arrange the numbers vertically. And after that, we're going to start multiplying from the rightmost column. But the most important difference here is in the number on the lower row. And so if you have a number like, if you want to multiply, for example, 12 by 13, what we're saying here is you arrange the numbers vertically, and then you start multiplying from on the bottom row. You start from the right hand side, and then you move. Once you're done with that, you move to the left hand side. The most important thing is you have to pay attention to place value as you're working with this type of multiplication. So let's take a look at some examples. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply 23 by 32. So let's arrange them vertically. So 23 and then 32 we multiply. So the first thing we're looking at is starting from the right hand side, but then we also start from the number on the bottom row. We start from the right hand side as well. So what we're going to now do here is we're going to multiply 23 by 2. So now let's look at what that means. So we start over here. 3 times 2, we have 6. And then we have 2 times 2, we have 4. So that's the first thing we're doing. The next thing we're going to do now is we move over to these number on the left hand side in the bottom row. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply those together. Now there's one caveat that we need to pay attention to, which is that these 3 in the bottom row is actually in the tens place and 2 is in the ones place. So for every multiplication again by 3, we will always start from the tens column. So now we have 3 times 3, we have 9, and then 2 times 3, we have 6. Now what we're going to do here, the next step is that we're going to fill up all the spaces with zeros. So what that means is that I'm going to put a 0 here, and then I'm going to put a 0 here, and then we're going to add the numbers together. 6 plus 0, we have 6. 4 plus 9, we have 13. So we write 13 down. We put a 3 here, and then we bring a 1 up here. 1 plus 0 plus 6, we have a 7. So that is how you multiply two-digit numbers. Let's try another example. We have 12 multiplied by 13. 12 multiplied by 13. So we arrange them vertically. Now we're going to start from the bottom column, the right hand side. So now we're going to multiply 12 by 3. So we're going to follow the steps we've shown in multiplying by one-digit numbers. So we have 2 times 3, that's 6. 1 times 3, that is going to give us 3. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move over to the next number on the bottom column. Now we're going to multiply everything in the topmost column by 1. So 2 times 1 should give us 2. 1 times 1 should give us 1. Now we're going to fill up all the empty spaces, I call them, with zeros, and then we're going to add the numbers together. We start from the right hand side. 6 plus 0, we have 6. 3 plus 2, we have 5. 1 plus 0, we have 1. So that's the answer for that. Let's try 3-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. This method is going to be the same. The only difference is you just do it more times. So let's look at 432 multiplied by 31. Okay, so we start with this number, the rightmost number at the bottom, and we're going to multiply every number at the top with that number. So we have 2 multiplied by 1, we have a 2. 3 multiplied by 1, we have a 3. 4 multiplied by 1, we have a 4. Now, we have the next digit at the bottom. So now we're going to multiply the number at the top with this number at the bottom, which is 3. Now we're going to start from that column as well. So we have 2 multiplied by 3, we get 6. 3 multiplied by 3, we get a 9. And 4 multiplied by 3, we get a 12. Okay, next step we're going to follow is we're going to fill every empty space with 0. Okay, so now we add numbers together. 2 plus 0, we have 2. 3 plus 6, we have 9. 4 plus 9, we have 13. So we have 13. We're going to write the 3 and bring the 1 up here. 1 plus 0 plus 2, we have 3. 1 plus 0, we have 1. Another example here is 4, 1, 2, and then you have 24. We're multiplying these two numbers together. We'll start from the right hand side at the bottom. So we're going to multiply the number at the top by this number at the bottom. So we have 2 times 4, we have 8. 1 times 4, we have 4. 4 times 4, we have 16. Next, we go to the second number, or the number on the left hand side of the 4 on the bottom column. And now we're going to multiply the number at the top by the number at the bottom. So we'll start from the tens column, because 2 is in the tens position. So 2 times 2, we have a 4. 1 times 2, we have 2. And then 4 times 2, we have 8. Now we're going to fill up missing spaces with 0, and then we can add the numbers together. 8 plus 0, we have 8. 4 plus 4, we have 8. 6 plus 2, we have 8. 1 plus 8, we have 9. Now let's try 4-digit numbers. We have 6, 1, 2, 1, and then we have 42. We're multiplying these two numbers together. So I'm going to start from this bottom column. So we're going to multiply all the numbers at the top, in the top row, by the number 2. So we have 1 multiplied by 2, we have 2. 2 multiplied by 2, we have 4. 1 multiplied by 2, we have 2. 6 multiplied by 2, we have 12. Next, we go to the number on the left on the bottom row, and now we have to multiply every number at the top by that number. But then we have to start in the tens position. So 1 multiplied by 4 gives us 4. 2 multiplied by 4 gives us 8. 1 multiplied by 4 gives us 4. And then 6 multiplied by 4, we have 24. We start writing on the right hand side and go to the left. Next step, replace all the missing gaps with zeros. So we make sure that we have the same number of digits in the top row and the bottom row of the answers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the same number of digits in each row. Now we can add the numbers together. 2 plus 0, we have 2. 4 plus 4, we have 8. 2 plus 8, we have 10. So we write 0 and we bring 1 up here. 1 plus 2 plus 4 should give you 7. 1 plus 4, we have 5. 0 plus 2, we have 2. Next question is 4, 0, 2, 2, and then we have 34. We're multiplying these numbers together. So we're going to start from, on the bottom row, we start from the right hand side. Okay, so now we multiply 2 by 4, we have 8. 2 by 4, we have 8. 0 multiplied by 4, we have 0. 4 multiplied by 4, we have 16. Next, we move to the second, or the number to the left hand side of 4, which is 3. Now we're going to multiply the number at the top row by 3. So we have 2 multiplied by 3. We start in the tens place. This is going to be 6. 2 multiplied by 3, we have 6. 0 multiplied by 3, we have 0. 4 multiplied by 3, we have 12. We have a 2. We'll bring down a 1 here. And now the next thing we're going to do is replace every missing spot with a 0. Make sure you have the same number of digits in the top row and the bottom row of your answer. And we add these numbers together. So that is going to give us 8 plus 0, we get 8. 8 plus 6, we have 14, so we write 14. So we have 4, and then we carry 1 up here. 1 plus 0 plus 6, we have 7. 6 plus 0, we have 6. 1 plus 2, we have 3. 0 plus 1, we have 1. So that's our answer. Next, we're going to look at numbers that require carryover. The only difference here is that we're going to have carryover. The steps remain exactly the same. So let's just get started with those questions. Now we have 46 multiplied by 37. Okay. Now we start from, like I said earlier, the steps are the same. So we start from 7 here. Multiply the top number by 7. So now what we have here in this case is 6 multiplied by 7, we have 42. So we're going to write a 2 and bring up a 4. 4 times 7, we have 28, and we add 4 to that. So 28 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Write 2, bring 1 up here. 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is going to be 322. Next step, we deal with the 3. We multiply 46 by 3. And we're going to start in the tens place. 6 times 3, we have 18. So we're going to write 8, and then we bring 1 up here. 4 times 3 is 12. We add 1 to that, that's 13. Okay. Next step is we're going to fill up missing spaces with 0 to make sure we have the same number of digits in the top and bottom row of the answer. Now we're going to add the numbers together. 2 plus 0, we have 2. 2 plus 8, that's going to give us 10. So we write 0 and we bring 1 up here. 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7. 0 plus 1, 1. Next question, we have 58 multiplied by 29. We're going to start from the bottom, the right hand side, and we're going to multiply 58 by 9. So we have 8 times 9 is 72. So we're going to write the 2, carry up the 7. 5 times 9 is 45. Now we're going to add 7 to 45. 5 plus 7 is, here we can replace with a 0. 5 plus 7 is 12. So we have a 2 and we bring up a 1. 1 plus 4 plus 0 is 5. So this is 52. And then we move over to the next number. So we're going to now multiply 58 by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. So we write 16 like that. So we're going to take a 6. We start in the tens position. We take a 6 and bring up a 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Now we fill up all the missing spaces with zeros. Put up 0 here and then over here, and then we add the numbers together. 2 plus 0, we have a 2. 2 plus 6, we have 8. 5 plus 1, we have 6. 0 plus 1, we have 1. So that's the solution there. Now let's go to 3-digit numbers. 5, 2, 4, and then 5, 1. We multiply this together. We're going to start from the right hand side on the ones position in the on the lower column, on the lower row, sorry. And so we start here, and we're now going to multiply 524 by 1. So 4 multiplied by 1, that's a 4. 2 multiplied by 1, we have 2. 5 multiplied by 1, we have 5. Next, we go to the next number on the bottom row, and so we multiply 524 by 5. So we start in the tens position. 4 times 5, we have 20. So we're going to have 0 here, and we bring the 2 up here. 2 times 5, we have 10. We add 2 to that. So that's going to give us 12. So we write the 2 here, and we bring the 1 up here. 5 times 5, we have 26. Now we're going to fill up empty spots with zeros. We got a 0 here, we have a 0 here, and we have a 0 here. And now we can add the numbers together. 4 plus 0, we have a 4. 2 plus 0, we have 2. 5 plus 2, we have 7. 0 plus 6, we have 6. 0 plus 2, we have 2. Next, 1, 5, 6, 93. Now we're multiplying that. Start from bottom row, 3. So now we multiply 156 by 3. 6 times 3, we have 18. So we're going to write the 8 and bring up the 1. 5 times 3, we have 15. Plus 1, we have 16. So we write down the 6, bring up the 1. 1 times 3 is 3. You add 1 to that, you have 4. Next, we go to 9. So now we're going to multiply 156 by 9. And we're going to start in the tens position, because 9 is in the tens position. 6 times 9, we have 54. So we write down 4, and we carry up a 5. Let me put the 5 up here. 5 times 9, we have 45. We add 5 to that, so 45, 0, 5. We add this. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0, carry 1. 1 plus 4 plus 0 is 5. So we have 50, so we're going to write 0 and carry up 5. So we have 0 here, and now we carry up 5 again. 1 times 9 is 9 plus 5. We have 14. We have 4, and then we have a 1 here. The next thing we're going to do is fill up all the empty spots with zeros. So we got a 0 here, got a 0 here, and a 0 here. And then we add them together. 8 plus 0, we have 8. 6 plus 4, we have 10, so we have 0. We carry 1 up here. 1 plus 4 plus 0, that's 5. 0 plus 4, that is 4. 0 plus 1, that is 1. Now our final examples here. These are 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. So we're going to have 1, 3, 6, 8, and then 45. We're multiplying. We're going to start on the bottom level. We start in the ones place. And so we're multiplying 1, 3, 6, 8 by 5. So 8 times 5 is going to give us 40. 40, so we have 0, carry out the 4. 6 times 5, we have 30 plus 4. That's going to give you 34. And so you have 34. We're going to write the 4 down, carry up the 3. 3 times 5 is 15. We add 3 to that, we get 18. So we write down the 8, carry up the 1. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1, we have 6. Next, we go to, on the bottom row, we go to the tens position. Now we're going to multiply the number on the top by 4. So we have 8 times 4, we have 32. 32. So we're going to have 2 down, carry up 3. We start in the tens position. So we have 2, we carry up 3. 6 times 4, we have 24 plus 3. That gives you 27. So you have 7 down and you carry up the 2. 1 times 4, sorry, 3 times 4, mistake to try to avoid. So 3 times, so the 2 actually comes up here. 3 times 4, you have 12 plus 2, you have 14. So you have 4, and then you carry 1. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1, we have 5. Now we add this together. But before that, we have to fill up all the missing spots with zeros so we can add easily. And now we can add these numbers together. 0 plus 0, we have a 0 here. 4 plus 2, we have a 6. 8 plus 7, we have a 15. So we're going to write down the 5 and bring the 1 up here. 6 plus 4 plus 1 is 11. So we're going to write 1 down here and take 1 up here. 1 plus 0 plus 5 is 6. Final example in this topic, we have 8, 2, 1, 5, and then we have 36. Okay. So now we start on the bottom row, the multiplier. We have a 6, so we're going to multiply the number on the top row by 6. We start from the right hand side. 5 multiplied by 6, we have 30, so we're going to write 0 down and carry up 3. 1 multiplied by 6, that's 6 plus 3, we have 9. 2 multiplied by 6, we have 12, so we have 2 down, we carry up 1. 8 multiplied by 6, 48, plus 1, we have 49. Now we switch over to the number in the tens position. So now we're going to multiply these numbers together. So we have 5 times 3, we have 15. So we're going to write 5 down and carry 1 up here. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1, we have 4. 2 times 3, we have 6. 8 times 3, we have 24. Now we're going to fill up all the open spots with zeros and then add the numbers together. 0 plus 0, we have a 0. 9 plus 5, we have 14. So we're going to have 4 down here, carry 1 up here. 2 plus 1 plus 4, we have a 7. 9 plus 6, we have 15. So we have 5 down, carry 1 up here. 1 plus 4 plus 4, we have a 9. 0 plus 2, we have a 2.